Welcome to Willie Williams Health Watch. Please subscribe. In Utah, the Department of Health has recently compiled the numbers to show that more Utah children are being exempt out of immunizations by their parents. Who would have thought? That's very close to the 5% threshold because so many children are being opted out. Parents are doing some research. Parents are feeling some kind of way. Parents just don't trust the damn government. They don't trust vaccinations. Well, according to Rich Larkin, which is the manager of UDOH, herd immunity occurs when 95% of the population is immunized. That protects babies and medically vulnerable people who cannot be immunized. When less than 95% of the population is vaccinated, the herd, am I saying it right? Herd immunity is compromised. Herd, H-E-R-D. Herd, I don't know. Think for yourself, people. Anyway, the latest numbers are based on a report that from all Utah public schools. They reported all but 14 private schools who included some daycares. The numbers show, and these are the numbers of parents who are opting out of vaccinating their children. 4.61% of Utah children in kindergarten or preschool were exempt from immunizations in 2014 through the year 2015. That's up from the 4.33% the year before. That amounts to 2,315 kids out of 50,000 are not immunized. And in quotes, since we have seen an increase of exemptions, we are going to see an increase in diseases. Hilarious. That's what Lakin said, that dude who's the manager of the Department of Health. This is what he said. He admits that while they have been stepping up, they have been stepping up the message of the benefits of having your child immunized. Some parents are not buying that message, and rightfully so. The area with the highest immunizations exemption rates, based on the numbers from 2009 to 2013, are Summit County, Tri-County, and the Southwest, which includes St. George. Now. Which one of the most commonly vaccinations you think the parents are opting out of? You got it right. The MMR, measles, mumps, and rubella. Yeah. And why is that? Just think for yourself. He added that parents who exempt kids from the shots do so for religious and medical reasons, but mostly for personal reasons. Many of these parents don't believe in vaccines. Some, he says, still believe that vaccines cause autism. You think? A theory, he says, has been debunked by researchers. Yeah, government researchers. Makes sense, don't it? The doctor who spreaded that theory, though, his own research, has lost his license. I'm going to need for you guys to look up the doctor that came out with this theory. I wish I had his name. He was actually on the Alex Jones show several times, and see why his license was taken away from him. It wasn't lost. It was taken. Anyway, some parents pass on immunizations for the fear that this child will come seriously allergic, have a allergic reaction. According to the CDC, the most allergic reactions to vaccines are in minors. Although, according to the CDC, serious reactions can occur, the CDC says that the chances of that happening are about 1 in a million. Now, I think there's over 300 million people in the United States. So they're telling you that, let's say just out of the 300 million, if we was all up to being vaccinated, that only 3 of those people would have a serious reaction. No, that actually been 300 people. And we know that there's way more than that have been affected by vaccines. We know that. We don't have to argue that point. We know this. But Lakin said the 2015 outbreak of the measles at Disneyland, in which 20 people were infected, shows how quickly one person can spread the highly contagious disease to others. Most of those infected in that outbreak were exempt from immunizations. I don't think he actually remembers because according to the articles that I read during that time, a lot of them had their shots. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I will still point this out to people. There's a lot of people who are dealing with children that have been affected from vaccines. So even if it's just one child that has their whole life has been changed due to being vaccinated, in my opinion, there's no way in hell I will vaccinate my children, regardless what you say. No way in hell. I wouldn't take that 1 in a million chance with my child. But we're in America, and a lot of people just believe whatever researchers and American community, the medical community, comes out with, to where they tell you that it's safe. But the funny thing is, because we don't think for ourselves, when it comes down to it, just think about the foods that you eat and the chemicals that's in your foods that's actually making adults sick and children sick, and it's FDA approved. I will leave the entire story up on the WillieWilliamsShow.com. Please subscribe. I'm out.